Hello everyone, welcome to the third video on the series on mastering cloud computing. In this video, my focus is highlighting the importance of mastering the basics to learn cloud better. Let's focus on what cloud has built upon. Networking and virtualization is the underlying technologies behind cloud computing. So it's important that you understand networking and some of these virtualization principles. The cloud doesn't have much of the theory side to it. As I told you earlier in my first video, it's mostly about practice. But to do these practices, you need to learn some of the basics, some of the theory as well, right? The first principle that you need to understand is that the types of services that they support, we have the infrastructure as a service solution, and we have platform as a service, or a function as a service, and software as a service, and there's many other these as a service type solutions. They're in a spectrum. You need to understand this spectrum. When you need to have more control of the underlying hardware, or in general more control, you should go with the infrastructure side of things. If you just want to get a specific thing done, you need to go with the software as a service or platform as a service to that side. You can probably do a fundamentals exam to cover these basics. I'll be covering the exams in one of my next videos. So the message that I wanted to give you in this video is that you can't learn cloud if you don't know some of the basics, right? If you don't know how DNS works, if you don't know how OSI model works, you can't understand some of these services. So some people do not highlight the importance of understanding the basics, and I'm coming from a developer's background, and we developers don't know networking. If you don't know networking, it's really hard for you to learn and understand some of this. Let's say, for example, you're learning AWS Route 53 or Azure Traffic Manager, and this is a DNS-based load balancer, and that is the definition that they have on their documentation. So if you don't know how DNS works, you really cannot understand how the service actually works. So it's important to understand the basics to master cloud computing. Now, am I saying to you, go back to school and learn all the basics and come back to learn, cloud computing? Am I saying that? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you should apply an intentional effort to master the basics, and if you have that knowledge will be applicable to all the cloud platforms as well. Like, for example, when you read about an article, you come across, this service uses Anycast protocol, and that is a protocol. You can learn it separate. Just click on that link, go to the Wikipedia page, learn how that protocol works, and come back, and that will give you knowledge-wise the highest return on investment, because you are not learning a specific service or a specific provider. You're learning the basics, so you can use that knowledge everywhere. So that is the idea. And also there's one other thing that I wanted to cover, and that is in cloud, if you consider all these providers, what they're trying to do is they're creating a set of building blocks, right? We can connect them in certain ways to build our thing. And all these services that they create, they solve general business or software engineering problems, right? If you take any Azure service, there's always a similar service in AWS or any cloud platform. So what you can understand here is that they are solving common problems. And because of that, it is really important to understand cloud design patterns as well. There's a lot of resources online that you can go through to learn the underlying principles, how you design stuff. So with that, you can have these are basically kind of like theory, but you can have the design knowledge as well. So in addition to networking, protocols and things like that, you can also focus on learning the cloud patterns. So that will definitely improve your knowledge, and that will help you become a master in cloud computing. So that is the message that I wanted to share in this video. I will see you in my next video.